Hi, stylist. How are you this evening? I am going to give it a few minutes to see if anyone hops on, and then I will get started. I don't want to take too long, so I don't want to waste anyone's time. I know our time is very precious, so I'm just going to give it a few minutes. If you hop on, say hi. Hopefully I will be able to see the comments and be able to reply. I'll just give it a few minutes. I don't want to, hi Vicki, hi Mindy, hi Heather, hi Janelle. How are you all this evening? Hope everyone is doing well. I will just give it a few minutes. I didn't want to start right away just to see if anybody wanted to hop on, but I won't give it too long. Okay, I don't want there to be dead space, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Hi Jessica, how are you? So I first wanted to start off by saying my name is Sarah, and I live in Texas, but I'm originally from California. I am a wife, a mother of 4, and I've been with J. Elizabeth since May of 2018. And hi Alyssa, how are you? After signing up with J. Elizabeth, we had a lot of unfortunate circumstances happen in our life, and so there was a few months where I kind of took like a pause or a step back, and just recently I've really started to get back into it, but I've never fully stepped away. But that's just a little bit about my J. Elizabeth story. And I wanted to preface this with saying I have notes because I'm really nervous and I have squirrel brain, or mom brain, I guess you can call it, either one. So I had to make myself notes because everything that I wanted to say was right there in my head, and I knew as soon as I hit that live button, it was gonna all go away. Because truth be told, even though I'm doing a live about conquering fears and crushing fears, I am terrified. I'm terrified right now. Alyssa asked me to do this, and my first response was, "Are you sure?" She said yes, and so my second response was, "I am scared, but okay." And she said, "Well, then let's do it." And that was that. And then afterwards I thought, what did I just do? But I feel like I am the right fit to talk about crushing fears because I'm in the middle of doing it. I have been, I've been overcoming fear. I've been fearful for quite a while. And just recently in my journey, I have slowly but surely taken steps to overcome that fear. And so the first thing I wanted to say before anything else is my largest fear carries my greatest growth. So I want you to think about that and remember this: when you have a fear and when you're facing your fears, that is where you are going to have your largest growth. Fear happens to all of us. It doesn't matter what rank we are. It doesn't matter how successful we are. It doesn't matter if we were fearful at one point and then we got to the point where we weren't fearful, because as long as we continue to grow and push ourselves more and more and more, we will never not have fear. Never. Like, it's always going to be there. So use that fear to, hi Alyssa, hi Erica, thanks for hopping on. It's important to use that fear as a guide for what you know you are meant to do to help you grow. And I know fear can be paralyzing. It can completely be, it has paralyzed me for far too long. But I want you to know that whatever you're fearful of, that's what you need to take action on. And this all started with Alyssa's challenge to do 30 days of Facebook Lives. For me personally, that is one of my absolute biggest fears: public speaking and Facebook Live. I don't know what it is. As soon as I see that red live, I literally just freeze, like instantly. I'm terrified, completely terrified. And because of that, I knew I instantly just had to do it. And as soon as she put the challenge up, I was like, well, now I'm in it. I've said I'm going to do it, so now I need to do it. And I've been doing it. I think today I have to do it after this live. And here I have to do it, I think I'm on day 17. So it's been a journey, but it's definitely something that has pushed me out of my comfort zone and has helped me grow. I'm sorry if I say too much. But what I wanted to say was, for me, a big fear is Facebook Live. Some people, a fear is public speaking. We all have different fears. Some of us, we're afraid to even say yes to this opportunity. Some of us are afraid to put ourselves out there and put our business out there and ask for that party or follow up with customers or whatever the case may be, whatever that fear is, we all have it. We all have it. And you just need to let that drive you, let that motivate you, and let that push you. I'm looking at my notes, so I apologize, but I had to have my notes. And that's the other thing. If you need notes or if it's not perfect, do it anyway. It's okay. Just do it. It'll be much better doing it anyway than letting the fear paralyze you. Number one, so I'm going to give 4 tips. So the first tip that helped me tremendously was knowing that it's not about me. It's not about me. I'm the one that's afraid of it, but it's not about me. My fear, an example, is the fear of going live, but it's about helping others. It's about impacting others. So when I go live and I give a tip or I give motivation or I give, some sort of value, it's not about me and being scared and not wanting to put myself out there, because as soon as I put myself out there, I could be impacting someone's life. I could be helping someone. And if we remember that it's not about us, the fear it's still going to be there. I'm not going to lie. It's still there. Like I'm completely shaking. But it helps us push past that and it helps us show up. And going into that, not only does it help impact other people, but if you know your why and why you're doing this, because if you face your fears, you grow. And when you grow, you become a better version of you in business, in life, with your family, with your friends, like across the board. So what is your why? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you in this business? Why do you want to grow? Why do you want to become better? Is it because you want to help your family? Do you want to help your team, your friends? If you find your why and it's strong enough, it'll push you to show up and step into your fear. The number 2, so the first one is your why, understanding your why. Number 2 is that this is what I did with the Facebook Live challenge and technically, honestly, this training. No matter if you're afraid, just do it. Just show up. There's no other way around it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like Mel Robbins says, and just do it. I took a big old deep breath before this live and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit live. That's the only way that it's gotten me as far as I've gotten, is that I just do it. And in doing so, you build courage, because you'll never fully eliminate the fear. And I personally feel like courage is being scared and doing it anyway. And the more you do it, the better it gets. So gather your courage and go scared. Show up scared. I'm not kidding, Alyssa. I'm terrified. I'm shaking. Shaking in my boots right now. But honestly, there's so much value in courage. So much value. And choosing to say yes when fear is knocking on your door, hands down, 100% turns you into a different person. And then what I wanted to say next was courage is like a muscle. And you literally strengthen your courage by using it. Just like when you work out, you lift that weight, you put it down. You lift that weight, you put it down. Guess what? Your muscles are going to grow. So courage, showing up and facing your fears, you're going to grow that muscle. And every time you do it, the more you show up and face your fears, the more you're going to build your courage, and it's going to become habit. Facebook Lives still, to this day, terrify me. I get butterflies in my stomach. My mouth gets dry, terrify me. But I know every day when I get off work, I'm like, all right, it's time to go live. What am I going to go live about today? And sometimes I plan it ahead of time, and sometimes it's spur of the moment. But literally, it's become habit. It's become something I just do. And so the more you do it, I promise you, the more you do it, the more courage you're going to build, and the more it's going to become habit. And then it's just something you just do. You just do it because it's just a part of you. what I wanted to say was that once you attack and overcome your fear, you start to build confidence and belief in yourself. And that's something that I've struggled with for a really long time, is confidence and belief in myself. And I'm not going to say I'm fully there yet, but I can tell that how I am today is completely different than how I was 16 days ago or even further in. And when you constantly put yourself out there and you face that fear and you get through it, you're going to start to feel like you can do things you've never done before because you're already doing them. And once that confidence builds, I mean, everyone's fear is different. My fear just happens to be Facebook Live, and so it's out there for everyone to see. But I have learned that once that confidence builds, you show others, because I've always been honest when I get on my Facebook Lives and I tell my audience, like, I'm an open book, and I tell them I am scared, but I'm here. I'm scared, but I'm here. And once you build that confidence and show up and show others your brave journey, you can change someone's life. You can completely change someone's life just by putting yourself out there, because they're going to see that and it's going to inspire them to do the same thing, which in turn, you're going to change the lives of everybody around that said person. Once you get through the fear and you just get started, like just start, just do it. Like literally, I'm being Nike right now, but just do it. And once you do it, I promise you, amazing things will start to happen. Number 3, the thing that's helped me a lot, and I've been doing this for a really long time, but a lot of times I leave it for the end of the day and I don't get to it. But lately I've been very intentional about this, reading my personal development every single day. And it could be reading a book, listening to podcasts, listening to trainings, getting into the team page and watching the trainings and the lives. And if you strengthen your mind, you'll go far. And that has helped me to push me to face my fears and to show up completely, like 100%. And the last thing, the number 4 thing that I wanted to say is to tell others what your plan is and tell others what you're doing. Because for me, as soon as I told my family, my husband, my friends, my business partners, I told the team, because Alyssa has that group page for everyone doing the lives. And I even told my Facebook following that this is what I was doing. I kind of couldn't back out at that point. I mean, I could have, I guess I could have, but at that point, me being as stubborn as I am, as soon as I set that goal, I was like, there's no turning back now. So if you have something that you're super afraid of and it's on your heart and you want to do it and you know you want to do it, but you're scared, you just need to include other people and tell other people, and they will help hold you accountable. And then the last thing I wanted to say was to surround yourself with others who are doing the same thing. So Alyssa's group helped because we were all able to go in there and say, I did my live today, and we were able to cheer each other on and say, I'm so proud of you, keep going, and give each other love. And I truly believe that there's strength in numbers, and that if we're going for the same goals and we're running together, it helps us, it adds like a layer of bravery to us. So that being said, that was all I had. I literally read off my list. As soon as I knew I was going to do this, I got all my thoughts and I said, okay, what has helped me? Why am I doing this? Why am I facing my fears now, but I wasn't before? And those were the top 4 things that helped me absolutely the most. So to recap, the first thing was to help me understand my why and that I wasn't doing it for me. The second was that it helped me to mentally just prepare myself to say that no matter what, no matter if I'm scared or not, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show up scared. Number 3 was my personal development. That's been huge. Sometimes when I'm at work, I'll have my earbuds in and I'll listen to a podcast, and I'll also read my personal development book, because I feel like you can never get enough of that positive growth and personal development, and just it strengthens your mind and it helps you be brave to face your fears. And the 4th one was to tell others and maybe join others in doing the same thing that you were going to do. You're welcome, Melissa. So I hope this helped you. I challenge you all to think about what your largest fear is. And I challenge you to know that that is where your greatest growth will be. And I challenge you to do it. Even if you're afraid, just show up and do it scared. And I'll stay on for a few more minutes if you have any questions. I'm an open book and I can answer them. I didn't want to keep you all too long because I know your time is precious. But thank you for having me. Thank you for the opportunity, Alyssa, to do this and to show up scared and to do something that I never in my wildest dreams ever thought I would ever do in my lifetime. And thank you for your support and being here for me and helping me grow. And thank you to the team for always being on this journey with me. This is an amazing company, an amazing team, and I truly feel that we're going to do big things together. So with that being said, thank you all for hopping on. I'll just give it like another minute just to see if there's any questions, and if not, I will hop off. And I hope you all have a great night. A public speaker, oh, I don't know about that. If I was on stage right now, I probably would be wobbling. Thank you, Emily. I challenge you to go live. Just literally just do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press that button. Because honestly, if you like whatever it is you're afraid of, it may not happen. And that's one of the biggest things for me is that fear and belief are the same thing. It's putting something into the future, into the unknown, so you can either be afraid or you can believe that you can do it. How are you choosing what you talk about in your lives? Honestly, when I started out, I was researching. So I would research something that I personally needed help with, and I would find either a YouTube video or someone else who had done a live on Facebook. But here lately, I've been doing things randomly, like in the moment. Yesterday, I went and talked about how sometimes we need to do hard things, and I knew I had a really hard workout coming up, and I was scared to do the workout, and so I talked about that. I probably tomorrow or today, I'm going to do a book review of a book I just finished. I'm trying to think of how else. I try to research what I need help with and what I think other people would need help with, and then sometimes I just wing it and do whatever is literally in that moment and whatever happened to me that day. So I guess what I try to do is give value though. And so I try to see what do I need help with and what do I need to learn, and then I go and learn it, and then I talk about it on my lives. So I hope that answered your question. I'm still learning the process. Does anybody have any other questions? And if live video is what is scary for you, I challenge you to do it. Just do it. I promise you'll come out better. And if we don't have any further questions, I will go ahead and let you all go. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'm super excited to see if any of you start to step into your fear and do big things. So have a beautiful night, stylists.